Welcome back to the Messy But Thriving podcast.
It's our 1 year anniversary.
Yay! Wait, I feel like I'm just finding out. I'm like, oh, really?
Yes, so we started our podcast. We posted our first one on February 14th, Valentine's Day.
2025.
Yes, and it was called Single But Thriving. And yeah, we're just kind of like revisiting similar topics, but not the exact same one. And if you have not noticed, we got, or Allison got us custom mugs, handmade from a small business, because she's a queen.
I think it's called Ghana Ceramics. I don't know. We'll put it in there. We'll tag them.
It's beautiful, and it says Messy But Thriving, and a green color.
And if you want to order one, comment that you'd want to order one. We're just curious who would want one.
Yes. Inquiries only.
Serious inquiries only.
But yeah, so let's get started with our epi.
But wait,
don't forget to
like, comment, and subscribe. And specifically, if you've been here since that first episode a year ago, please drop a comment and let us know, because you have no idea how much you guys mean to us. We literally love doing this podcast together, and it's just feels so nice that we like can connect with like people on the internet that we've never met, and then you guys are always in the comments like, love this, so love you.
Yeah, I am curious to see who's been around.
Yeah, and if you've been around that long and you haven't subscribed, boy, girl, subscribe.
Boy, girl, person.
They, them, she, her. I don't give a fuck.
Subscribe. So love. We post every other Friday. Okay, so today's topic is about love. We're just gonna keep it general, and just kind of talk our minds about it. But the first question,
I got something to say.
Yeah. So, what is love?
Sorry. What is love? Oh, well, one thing I'm learning is that there's so many different types of love, and I'm learning that like while romantic love is beautiful and amazing, dude, platonic love, when it's like genuine and real, platonic love eats too. Like, people be sleeping on platonic love, like the love of like your friends. Like, oh my gosh. One of my roommates, so we were watching this movie called Nonas, and it's like this movie about this Italian restaurant that is literally run by like Nonas, like their grandmothers. And like in the movie, it starts with this really old lady and her best friend Bessie, and it's just them, like their partners had all have died at this point, so it's the end of their lives, like they're spending the end of their lives together, and they're just old as shit, and it's just friends. It's just like her and her friend. And like it was just so beautiful, because I'm just like, dude, we put romantic love on this pedestal, but like so for some people in the end it's gonna be your friend who's there with you, you know?
Yeah. I also think your romantic partner can't be your everything. You need friends, you need family to rely on as well, because they can't provide everything for you. Your romantic partner can't provide everything for you. Like your friends, they fill different gaps and holes and needs, and they hold space for you in a different way. And I feel like I am now appreciating community a little bit more. Maybe not as like level as you, because I don't live with my friends right now. But I feel like, because I'm moving away from my friends a little bit, and it makes me really sad, because I was like, dang, like I felt like I built such a beautiful community, and it's so nice seeing people so often and having people to rely on. So I feel like I'm appreciating my friendships even more, and what platonic love.
Yeah, sometimes I like spend time with my friends, and I just like take a step back, and I'm like, having like a romantic partner is gonna have to work so hard to beat this. Sometimes I'm literally just like dilly-dallying with my friends, like having the best time, and I'm like, why would a man be there? Like like I don't like, it's like, and it's like it feels, it's there's definitely times where I'm like, I have that craving for a romantic love, but I feel like I've gotten to the point where I have such an abundance of
platonic love that it's like I don't even feel like I'm missing anything. And I'm really grateful for it.
Yeah. I feel like that's a really healthy place to be. And I feel like a lot of my like people around me are in that energy. It's kind of like I'm content with who I am and like with the life that I'm living. And if my roommate Victoria, she'll be like, I'm just like living my own life, and like if someone wants to join, they can join. If someone doesn't, they go, like whatever. But like I'm just living my life. So I feel like that's like a cool like perspective shift on it. Just live your life, like, because I feel like we're conditioned as women. Your life goal is to find love, but why? Says who?
One thing I've been talking about with my friends a lot lately is like when your friends get in romantic relationships and all of a sudden there's not as much space for friendship. And I think that's really silly. I mean, like, I think it's
such a funny word.
so silly. I think that like the presence or lack of romantic love should not like inform like someone's ability to like be a good friend, I guess. Or at least that's just my experience. So when I see that happening, it makes me really upset. But I think it goes back to what we were talking about, like how romantic love is like held on this like it's like a pedestal, or it's like the end all be all. It's like that's the goal. But I think that like we should put more value on like the love that we get from our friends and our community.
Yes, to all of that. But just a little side or like preface, not a preface, but I don't want to just overlook the fact that there is so much pressure for people, women, and you know, when we get older to like get into relationships, and everyone keeps asking you like, oh, like you're getting a little older, or when you're, yeah, like when all your friends might get into relationships and you start feeling that pressure too. Like I don't want to overlook how difficult that is as well. But I think what we're trying to say is like there's more than just romantic love too, and leaning on your community and the people around you can be just as fulfilling.
Yeah, but yeah, like you said, but romantic love eats down too. That's its own thing too. Yeah, it's beautiful when it's something real, but I think the problem is that it's more superficial. It can be more superficial, like in our society, like it's more like about like checking off the list, like okay, hot wife check, or like check, or like you know.
So you think it can be superficial in the sense of looks, money, maybe like what
Not
school
always,
or
though.
like what car they drive.
Yeah.
Like it's more like a social status symbol versus like, do I actually like this person?
It can be, but not always. Sometimes it could be both. Like, I think both can exist too. But I think like a lot of times, like in our society can be kind of superficial.
Maybe that could be a good leeway into how social media or media in general frames love. Because something we talked about in the past is like it's so interesting how like when we were kids, all like the Disney princess movies, it always ends with the girl finding love, and then obviously with social media, people post their highlight reels and their relationships, so it can feel amplified. Like, oh yeah, I definitely am single, or I don't have X, Y, and Z, and that can add more pressure to what being in a relationship and then what love should look like too.
But I feel like those social media relationships, like the only one I believe in is Zalfie. Zoe and Alfie. You know Zalfie?
Oh, yeah.
I love Zoe stuff.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a Zoella. I'm Sug for life. Sug for life. I love her. That's why I do my little British accent all the time from Zoe. But like I feel like it's usually not real. But I don't know. I just haven't like I mean like you don't like let me stop.
Let me stop. Not too much.
But like but then I feel like is it like bad to be like, oh, your love is fake? Like I don't know anyone else's love. Maybe that's their love.
Yeah.
Like
Do you guys know Michaela, the girl with the Boston accent, who's like her fake accent? She said Kim Kardashian. You know that?
I'm not on that side of TikTok.
Okay. So basically, like this week or sometime or last week, she was like, she made this big announcement that like she's getting a divorce. And she was like, you're gonna want to sit down for this. She's like, take it in, and everyone's like, girl, like, we did not care about your relationship. And then the next day she posted a TikTok and she's like, get ready with me for Valentine's Day, like right after she's talking about getting a divorce. So it's like, I don't know, it's like there's just so much performance. But I don't know, maybe she had that reaction because like what's happening not in like behind the cameras is like a very real relationship.
Yeah, that's true.
Never know. Yeah, you never know what someone's. That's why I also feel like you can never really like idolize relationships that you see on social media because you never know. I'm always like, this is like worst case scenario, but it's like there can be like some abuse going on behind those like smiling pictures and everything, you know? You like never know.
And I think it's really common too. Like, I don't know. I personally in my life have not really seen a lot of healthy relationships. So like one of like my goals in life is like if I ever have kids, like I don't want to have kids without being in like a actually like a healthy relationship. So I'm trying to like learn what that is right now. Like honestly, I've never seen it. I never like had an example in my life. So I do think it's something that's more rare. Just because it's not so, I feel like unhealthy toxic relationships are so abundant, like you're always hearing about like that. So to hear about or to see like a healthy one, like that's like a gem.
Yeah, I feel like that also ties into how the unhealthy toxic, it's fun to talk about like on social media, like people just like to chat and talk about other people, but then the healthy ones, maybe it's more quote unquote calm and boring, but it's just healthy. It's just your nervous system isn't firing. There's nothing to talk about because it's healthy. So maybe that's why we don't see it a lot on social media. I'm sure there are a lot of healthy relationships out there.
It's the drama that creates like good TV.
Yeah, but that's probably what gets the most views.
Yeah.
And I think that's why like the news does so well. Everyone wants to watch the news because the news is like fear mongering. Like, it just gets you scared or, you know. But that's what people want to see. People want to see what's going to, like, give them a fear reaction. Another thing I saw online was, like, you're, like, I don't know if this is true, but I don't know. I saw some guy talking about it on TikTok. But he was, like, he got in an argument with his wife. And then right after that, he started getting a bunch of TikToks, like, your wife should respect you more. Like, this is your sign. Like, if your wife isn't... And then she started getting, like, TikToks of, like, your man ain't shit. Like... And like, but they were just talking about how like that's toxic too. Like you get in an argument with your partner where like it could have been like resolved really quickly, or it could have just been like water over the bridge. But now you open your phone and you have like a million people giving you their opinion.
This makes me want to just pull a Victoria and just watch birds and not be online. Yeah.
It's been like...
Because I think it's so subconscious too, because you don't realize... I mean, at some point I think you do realize like, oh shoot, like I've been on my phone for a long time or something, but I think sometimes it's really sneaky how they feed you a certain algorithm. And yeah, you just never... And you just get into like an echo chamber of... And it reinforces some beliefs or
it's like
preconceptions.
Unconscious brainwashing.
I try to be conscious about my brainwashing.
Yeah, I just want to be rogue and not be online as we post online about love. And then you're adding to the conversation.
And then you have to go to therapy and you're like, wait, why is this like why do I have this?
Yeah. We're adding to the conversation.
I feel like we're I think we're less toxic. According to who? Don't let us look. Someone could like clip us and be like, "These toxic, delusional girls."
We always say this in every episode, but we don't know. We don't have the answers. It's just, we're
Hang
just
up
here,
and call 911.
Yeah, we're just here going through life with you. Messy, but hopefully thriving.
I want to talk about the taboos of either being single or being in a relationship or divorced. I saw this TikTok recently that was like this, or Instagram reel or whatever, and this girl was saying how like she went to a job interview with a ring on her finger, but she's not married. And she, like, out of all the job interviews, like, she got the job. And there were people in the comments like, oh, I'm a recruiter and I don't take into consideration, like, someone's, like, marital status on, like, whether to hire them or not. But I just thought that was so interesting how, like, I saw that and I was like, dang, like, maybe I should start doing that. And it's like, because it's like this, like, unconscious belief that, like, if your marital status, like, if you're, like, in a relationship or whatever, especially after a certain age, then it's like, well, you have more worth because you have a significant other.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, but what about wearing a ring makes you more of a valuable
It's
employee?
the game. It's not even about it's the sociology. So I do like to study sociology too, because we live in this world. We got to play by the game. You can't be all fucking nice, and people are playing by these little rules and these little things. So it benefits you to know it. But, like, yeah, it's a social hierarchy.
So it's because
Silly.
okay, I lied. I actually don't know a ton about social, but but so is it because they already passed that stage of their life? So
It's just like you're more desirable, you're more wanted.
But how does that apply to work though?
Just in general,
Stability.
yeah.
Oh, like
Girl, I'm getting a job to be stable. Like,
Yeah.
you are my stability. I need more than a man. Like, you're matching me.
But not that any of it's true.
yeah.
But it's just because I don't buy into that it's true. But I just, like, I'm aware of like how the game.
The game of life.
Yeah, the
And then
game.
you're-
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't believe none of that shit, but I'll play. Player 1 activated.
I did. This is not
Why
related to.
play when you can be the coach?
I'll play a little game.
This is not related to relationships, but I did have in my class, I had a guest speaker this week who basically talked about how he scammed his way to the top of the music industry. And I'm like, well, I guess this is the mindset that we need. It's like, it's kind of like to the point of where it's like everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
Might as well use it to my advantage.
Like, what's her name? Shakira. I was just having a conversation about I was saying, hot take, I don't think if Shakira looked like a very non-conventionally attractive, she's a gorgeous girl, period. That's why she's successful. Clip that. They're gonna be like, dumb bitch thinks Shakira's only successful. The only reason Shakira is successful is because she's a baddie, which she is. But I don't think that's a bad thing though. Like, I think use that to your advantage. Why not?
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Why should she be punished for being a baddie?
Guys, don't punish baddies. That's the
Don't
takeaway.
punish. One thing we are not around here is better.
Okay, so what are the taboos of being single versus being in a relationship or like a situationship?
Oh, I said divorced.
Divorce.
She said skip to the end.
Well, yeah, that is like, well, we started this episode talking about love, and now we're talking about divorce and situationship. But no, I feel like in some spaces, divorce is like really like frowned upon. But don't you think that we don't even need to put this in there? Don't you think that divorce can be a form of self-love?
Yeah.
Not even
think
not
so.
it can, it is.
Yeah.
Like
No, I think divorce is like I think it's beautiful to honor. Like, obviously, that's not the goal when you marry someone. But
Right.
like, if that's honoring both of your paths at that time, and that's like the most loving thing to do, then that's the most loving thing to do. But
situationships.
situationships are for when you don't realize your worth. Once you realize your worth, you'll stop doing them. Next question.
But so like say like because
At me. That was at myself.
I feel like the taboo of like situationship comes from like the mindset that like the goal is marriage and like commitment also. So like it's like what if or maybe you wouldn't call it a situationship if it's like I deliberately want to do something casual, right? But like
We have emotion. We can.
But not everyone is like, I don't know, some people don't, I don't know, some people don't want to be in a committed relationship.
I think that's bullshit. Like, actually, I think it's true. There are some people who like
Don't want anything
who
committal.
yeah, and that is actually very real. But like, don't you think like our generation actually does long for like connection? Like, I feel like hookup culture like disconnects us. I feel like it's like a cheap replacement. How many bitches can I fuck tonight?
I feel like this is not like complete and full thought, but I feel like situationship is such a key word. Like it grabs people's attention. So when you touch base with your friends, you catch up. It's just the easiest descriptor of what you're going through.
Yeah.
I'm in a situationship, this, that. It's like a buzzword.
Yeah, that's true.
But maybe it comes down to a longing of wanting commitment or not, depending on the person.
Sorry.
No, you go.
I feel like a situationship for me in my life, situationships have just been not knowing my self-worth and settling for something I didn't deserve every time. Because, like, why does not your man's? And if you love each other. Don't play with me. There's, like, the red pill side of it, too. I don't know. I haven't really watched. I don't know what that is, like, 100%. But I think it's just, like, very macho. I don't know. I think there's, like, a sector on the internet, like, the incels. Or, like, incels. Oh, there's, like, virgin men who hate women. Because they blame women for being virgins.
Can we play some scary music behind that?
I thought when we said influenced by them, I thought you were about to say like Cinderella, Snow White.
No.
Oh, that's another thing. Like what you were saying. Because, okay, we can cut all that out. But one thing Summer was saying was like, when people get married, like sometimes it's really sad because they act different. Or like they're not like it's like, it's sad because it's like you said, like they don't have time for friends anymore. Or like the other relationships kind of fall away. Or aren't as important. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to balance both because at some point, like, you don't want to neglect your partner either. Like,
Oh yeah.
so it's like you have to let someone down somewhere because you don't have the same time available.
I also kind of want to do. Should we talk about our first episode and like how we're different, how we view love differently, or just in general? How we changed. I mean, we kind of talked about it in our podcast Wrapped about how we changed and how the podcasts have grown. But I'm curious to see what you guys think about our first episode and if your thoughts have changed since then.
I feel like I was more in like a longing state. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that at that time I was kickstarting I'm just gonna do me, live my own life. I'm gonna make a podcast with my friends energy, and that's exactly what we did. And kind of we talked about at the beginning of this episode where you just like make your life so full and really lean on your friends and really deepen those friendships, and when it comes and it's been good.
Yeah.
It's just so fun to see past us in the car just talking about
Right?
love and eating ice cream, and now we're here a year later.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Thinking back to the first episode, I think if anything, I'm more so thinking about like how our dynamic has changed, like through the past year. Like we've grown so much, and like we've really just like, I mean, I feel like we like low-key have a format for our podcast now, whereas like we were just like spinning off the dome, like when we
It's okay.
but it's like so, it's like I don't know, I feel like I don't know, sometimes I'm like, how are we gonna think of more stuff to say for another episode? But then we always do. But it's because we just like keep evolving.
Yeah, we've evolved at a rapid pace.
Love for MBT. Love for Kyra and Allison.
And Shauna.
Yeah, I love that we've remained in like literal perfect harmony.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah.
biggest blessing
Dude.
is our friendship that came out of this. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't think I can live life without you guys. Like,
that's so
genuinely.
sweet.
Not to be dramatic. But, like, I mean, we're kind of ironic. Yeah, like, there's only so much you can show on camera, but off camera, like, the amount these girls support me and cheer for me in life, and I can go to them for just literally anything, and then so non-judgmental, they hold so much space for me. Like, they have made the biggest difference in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just people to grow with.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. And we all like kind of want similar things too. So like it's nice to not have to do it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, my friends.
1 year of MBT. Yay.
Messy, but thriving. Yeah, at this point we're literally just like we could end this. Like we definitely could end this episode.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Let us know how you feel about love. If you're feeling loved, if you're feeling like you need some love. If you feel like you need some love, drop in the comments and we will give you some love.
And if you feel like you need some love, give some love.
Right.
Because someone else probably feels that way.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Bye.